Yo, we are back for episode 7. Yeah. Wait a minute, that ain't 7. That's 7. Wait, that's 7. Anyways, we're gonna get on into it. To the phone lines. We got a special guest today. Death Dealers, today's Mafia family. Logan Kid Trip, the secret six for four, and they big what the field on the shit. We come in and get on got plenty on how to shit. I got my commander ready for her shot. Captain ready, Russell Davis, and Tracy the Flames, and the streets for this is my name. This is my name. Y'all want to hear the rest of that song? Y'all know where to go. That's the Death Dealers anthem. Speaking of the motherfucking Death Dealers, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of the Death Dealers, we about to call one of the Death Dealers. Doing the more so newer, not original. Yo, what's up? This is kickflip614. You are live on the air on the kickflip614 show. What's up, Daydream? Daydream, can you hear me?
Yes, I am here, and keep in mind I'm in my room. Connection is not the best here.
Well, then,
Yeah.
all I need you to do is speak up. That's it. Can you do that?
Yeah. Is this loud enough? Or?
Yeah, we are recording right now, streaming to millions of people as we speak. So we're gonna jump right into it. Daydream Dirty, or Daydream the Trainer, so to speak, is one of the newer members of the revised team of the Death Dealers, which is affiliated with Blazing Mafia family, which are, the correct name would be Blazing Mafia Death Dealers. So, despite the technical difficulties, we couldn't get on the MLG bracket season 2 for Rainbow Six Vegas 2. How do you feel about being on the Death Dealers team?
It's good, but I'm a little disappointed because it's hard finding other people who are willing to spend time to actually try to get something going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
That's the thing that really frustrated me the most.
Lack of organization, lack of commitment on potential members' parts.
It's not even necessarily like commitment. Sometimes it's just simply the job. The job is taking way too much, you know? So, well, anyway, we all have those who are doing college or whatever, that's going to take them some time to, whatever you may be doing. But for the most part, you're right, it's just commitment issues.
So, as you being advisory on the team, what would you say, what would be some aspects and qualities for people that are watching this that want to be potential Death Dealers? What would be your advice?
What is probably worth the most is, well, it's dedication. If you want something to happen, you gotta pursue it. Or else you gotta make the steps in order. You know, if you want to, how do I say this? if you want something to happen, you gotta try to work to make it happen. It's not just gonna happen on its own.
No. No, it's not.
Yeah. That's probably the best way you can put it.
Now let's get in more about you. You have the nickname The Trainer. Tell me more about that. Tell the viewers about the, the story behind that.
Well, it's hard because the only thing that I actually have to back this up is a ping pong tournament. It all started out with that. This was back in Pennsylvania, and we had something going on here. It was like a local event, and I actually did really well. And I realized that I had
Leadership,
a lot of
leadership skills.
It wasn't just about playing. It was I was able to work with some other guys, and competition is what I love. It's not so much about winning or losing, but just being able to play against people who are good, who can give you a challenge. And granted, you may not always win, but it's not so much about winning as a competition. It's just well, ping pong is not exactly about winning. It's not the same thing as playing games.
Well, let's try to stay more on top about the video game aspect.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Well, for video games, it's it's fun. Yeah, it really is fun, but it's well, as for the nickname, I've tried to play as many games as I possibly can, and I try to get down tactics in order to be able to, you know.
So
If you ever heard of fatality? He says it's like a math equation. That's how he looks at video games. I differ from him in a way, the fact that I believe that you need to have good response time and good accuracy. You know, you gotta study the map in order to actually know what to do. Yes, I agree with that. But you need to have a good aim, good hand-eye coordination, or else it's not going to mean anything anyway. Because you're always going to be missing if you're ever trying to shoot your opponent or whatever.
Okay. We got about a minute and a half left of time. So let's wrap this up on how do you feel about yourself as a player when we be playing our scrimmage matches. How do you feel you stack up against the competition when you're playing with me, who's ranked in the top 500 in the world right now?
I'll put it this way. Individually, you can't always watch out. You can't always keep an eye on your own back. You got to have someone there to make sure no one's going to be sneaking up behind you. That is the most important thing, is to have a good, solid team. That is why I do 1 versus 1. Be stronger when you're together, weaker when you're by yourself. That's the problem.
Okay, let's wrap the last minute on about how you feel about our tactics. How effective do you think some of the strategies that you and I come up with against some of these other people?
It's good. The only issue is just being able to. It's just verbal communication. We don't always speak what's on our mind. We don't always say where we're at. So that's always going to be the issue. You know, when we're on the map, we're trying to figure out where we are, and we assume other people know where we're at, and sometimes we just don't. We're not there when we're needed. When the other guys on our team need us.
Well, I appreciate you giving us your feedback on the show, on the kickflip614 show. We're out of time, but our strategies are deadly, and once we get some dedicated players, Blazing Mafia, Death Dealers.